Hello, everyone. Welcome to the guided newspaper reading session. I welcome you all to this session of reading this article. It's from a website called Eat My News. And today we'll be focusing on this topic which pervades everyone's lives. So I think cinema is something that is quite important in the lives of a lot of people, but we don't carefully analyze it enough. Now, if you're attending this session for the very first time, I welcome you to the Verbalist live guided newspaper reading sessions. These are brief 25-minute sessions that we host in order to increase your vocabulary, help you with your IELTS reading task, and also with your IELTS writing task due to the fact that your vocabulary expands and you can incorporate these written elements into your actual IELTS writing section. Of course, going through this, you will also enhance your understanding of the reading section. Our goal is to increase your vocabulary, to increase your participation, your comprehension, and also to get you prepared for the upcoming IELTS exam whenever you might have it, or if you're planning to take it in the next few days, in the next few months, this can still help you very much. So I hope that you have joined us, and if this is your first time, welcome to the guided class. Now, I know we have a lot of international students here as well. So right now, let me check how many people are watching. 4 are watching. Hello, Jaspreet. I can see your message. So if anyone is here and and wishes to say something and wishes to participate in the discussion we are having, you're more than welcome to. And today's topic or today's agenda of reading is going to be about the beauty and the essence of cinema. So I hope you'll be writing down. Hello, Gurpreet. Welcome to the guided newspaper reading session. Jaspreet is here, Gurpreet is here. And I want all the others to also participate in this conversation as well. The more we participate, the more we will be able to learn. Now, there are going to be some ground rules for vocabulary assimilation. Hello, Eternal Motivation. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending the class. So, some guiding rules for this class are always have a notebook with yourself, and whatever new vocabulary we learn, I want you to write it down in a notebook. Now, once you write down whatever new word we learn in the notebook, you'll be able to understand how to use it in the context of everyday life. So let's say you have the vocabulary notebook with you, you have noted it down, then you can start using the vocabulary and whatever you've learned into your everyday life. And by practicing over and over again, that is how you will expand your vocabulary. Good evening, Shiva. And good evening to everyone who's watching. I want you to participate in this live session as much as possible. I hope you'll find this article interesting as I found it endlessly interesting. And that is why I'm so interested in sharing it with you. So please make sure to keep the vocabulary journal with you. Write in that vocabulary journal, try to understand and imbibe the new words we learn into your everyday sections, into your everyday sessions of study, or just practicing it with your friends. Whatever you do is going to help you. So welcome everyone to the class. I'm going to start the reading session now. These are not very extensive sessions. These are brief sessions. We host them every other day. Welcome to the class and let's get started. I hope everyone is ready. Great. Mm. So let's first go through the title of this essay or of this wonderful piece of article, or we can also call it a blog. So this is not necessarily a news article, but this is a blog that I found ever so interesting, and I thought I would share it with all of you. And the name of this article is Understanding the Essence and Beauty of Cinema. So a lot of people think that cinema is a medium for just entertainment, but it can also be a medium of learning how to express yourself in profound ways. It is a medium of expression. It's a medium of expressing your artistry. It's a medium of expressing music, of pictures, of acting, of your directorial talents. So it is a medium of expression. You express yourself through cinema. Here in this article, we'll understand the essence. So if I know a lot of people know the word essence, but in case you do not know of its meaning, I would like to write the meaning of essence. Write it down in your vocabulary journal, please. I'll put up the word for a second. Essence, the basic quality of something. So something's essence, your essence, my essence, or the essence of anything is its basic quality. So we can say that water's basic essence is being cool. So that is what essence is. You can write it down in your journals and make sure to use it in your everyday vocabulary, also in your writing tasks, in your speaking modules. You can also use it to just encourage yourself to read more. So let's start with this article. So endlessly streaming your favorite films this lockdown. Have you ever wondered while watching them, what is this cinema? Why are we crazy about it? And why do we spend our time watching and rooting for them? Scroll down to decipher and understand the aesthetics of this visual medium called cinema. So, in the lockdown or in whatever, in everyday life, whenever you're bored, you might switch on a streaming platform that is either Netflix, Hotstar, Amazon, Hulu. All of these are platforms in which different movies and TV shows are streamed. So have you ever wondered while watching them, what is this cinema? So have you ever had this question, what is the cinema that I'm watching? We are crazy about it, and we just cannot help but look at the new episodes of our favorite TV shows or even watch the latest movie. Why is that? Here we will decipher. So here is a new word for you. In this very line, there are a lot of new words. Please write them down in your journal. Decipher. So to decipher means to decode or to simplify. To decipher, to understand the aesthetics. Now, aesthetics is the quality of beauty. So having the quality of beauty is called aesthetic. Decipher is a new word for you. I hope it is, or even if it's not, you can still remind yourself to use it in your speaking modules and also your reading writing modules. So decipher, aesthetics, and medium. So cinema is a medium. It is a way through which we express ourselves. So we can say way through which something is expressed. So I hope you're taking note of all of this. These are the 3 words. Please write them down in your vocabulary journal. I hope everybody can see this, right? Great. So I hope you have written down the meanings of these words. I'm going to erase them from the screen. If you do want to revisit these, you can just go back through the playback button. I'm just going to clear this for now. And towards the end of the session, I will ask you which is the one word you remember. So please pay close attention. Let us start by quoting French New Wave movement's leader, Jean-Luc Godard's words. Cinema is the most beautiful fraud in the world. It is true in a way. For most people, it is a shortcut to escape from reality for some time. So French New Wave movement was a movement of cinema, a movement of film in France. So French movies were quite popular in the 1960s and the 1950s. And the leader of this movement, of this new French Wave movement, was a man called Jean-Luc Godard. So have you ever heard of him, Jean-Luc Godard? He's famous for his films such as Breathless and Roman Holiday and also uh, Pierre Lafou and some other films as well. Very, very famous director. He just died 2 months ago, and the loss was mourned by the community of cinema. So please take a look here. What does he say? Cinema is the most beautiful fraud in the world. Now, what does this mean? Fraud. To fraud somebody or to commit some sort of fraud is to make an idiot out of someone, or to deceive somebody, to say something and mean another. So cinema is committing a fraud. What kind of fraud it is? It is the most beautiful fraud because we don't take it as frauding ourselves. We take it as a beautiful medium to make ourselves happy. We look at the beautiful pictures, we become happy. It is true in a way. For most people, it is a shortcut to escape from reality. I would like to consider cinema as a suspension of disbelief that offers the mind relief from the grief of everyday existence. Suspension of disbelief. This expression, let me tell you the meaning of this suspension. To suspend something, to make something hang. So if I suspend this mouse, this is a suspended mouse. I hope you can see it. So this is a suspended mouse. It's hanging from a string, but this is not what it means in the article. Suspension of something means here to let go of something. To let go of something, to not basically hold on to something. So you're suspending your disbelief. Now, disbelief is going to be easy for you. Disbelief is just not believing something. So you are letting go of your disbelief. You're letting go of not believing. And you try to do this with cinema to let go of the everyday grief. So the everyday sadness of life. Everybody is not happy every day. People have all sorts of different problems in their lives. Now, to forget those problems, cinema comes in. Feels too intricate to process? Let us decrypt with some examples. Look, so many new words. Another new word we are learning. The word is intricate. Intricate. The word intricate means complex or consisting of many confusing patterns. or even detailed. I hope everyone is writing down these words. Intricate means something that is complex, and it's also confusing for you. Not patterns, patterns. I'm making a lot of typing mistakes today. So intricate means complex or consisting of many confusing patterns or detail. So if this is too confusing for you to decode, here are some examples which are given down below. Let's go through the examples. I'm going to clear my screen for now. I hope everybody's participating. Let me take a look at the chat. Great. Whether it's dinosaurs coming back to life or even mankind discovering a new planet filled with blue-skinned human hybrids. So I think everybody knows which movie this is referencing to. Blue-skinned human hybrids are, of course, avatars. Cinema has made the impossible possible. Everything on screen charms and mesmerizes us. So there's another word for you, mesmerizing, something that is hypnotizing. Let's take a look at this word, mesmerizing. Something that is hypnotizing, something that pulls you towards itself. That is the meaning of the word mesmerizing. I hope you're taking down notes of these words because these are going to help you in your vocabulary. Great. Whether it's dinosaurs coming back to life or even mankind discovering a new planet filled with blue-skinned human hybrids. Hybrid is just a combination or just a coming together of two different things. So let's say uh, hybrid humans, it means half human, half something else. So that's the meaning of the word hybrid, which is coming together of two different things. Cinema has made the impossible possible. Everything on screen charms and mesmerizes us. In both cinema and magic, the audience wants to be fooled. Fritz Lang quotes, "For me, cinema is a vice. In simpler terms, an addiction. Cinema becomes an addiction that you cannot let go of. Every weekend you spend money, get tickets, rush to the movie theater, no matter whether it's scorching hot or heavily raining." So here there's a quote from Fritz Lang. It means cinema is a vice. What is a vice? A vice is something that you're not proud of. Like a virtue is something that is a good quality in you. A vice is something that is the bad quality in you. I hope everybody's understanding. Yes, Shiva, you're commenting great. So thank you so much for your wonderful contributions. In simpler terms, an addiction. Every weekend it's scorching hot. Scorching means it's so hot that it can burn you. Scorching means something that has the capacity to burn. And that's what you are seeing here, scorching hot or heavily raining. Once the title card appears with the lights fading out in sync to slowly rising music, you forget about the rest of the world. It is no different from a drug addict spending money to buy and use drugs to forget his world. So here, this is quite a bold claim to say that watching movies is like having a drug addiction. But let's come here now. A visual medium like cinema also allows filmmakers to make films based on real incidents, problems, and characters. When this happens, you see the words based on a true story. So the medium of cinema can also be used to bring life to stories which have been real stories, which have happened to real people in their lives. So cinema is quite an cinema is quite a wonderful medium that can be used to tell stories which have actually happened in real life. Such movies strive to bring a change in society and consider a moral action. So most stories which are based on real life, they're usually biopics, which are based on the life of an actual person, or they are other movies which just uh, mean to bring you to a certain realization that they mean to bring you to a certain realization that doing certain things are good for society, certain things are moral, and those are the things that you should do. Movies like The Pursuit of Happiness, Dangal, Article 15, and Periyaram Perumal, Tamil not only inspire us but also make us question the society that we live in. So, any good society, any true society will have films that will make itself question what direction it is heading in. There is only one thing visible in front of us through the 70 screen is a story that will make us laugh, love, weep, and believe that a small philosophy that you perceive through the story might change our lives forever. Since cinema is impartial, it does not belong to anyone. It is universal beyond borders, flags, and the only thing you need is interest plus a tax, which is called perspective that adds value to your life. So here they've done a little bit of wordplay. So cinema is impartial. So impartial means something that does not take sides. So it does not belong to one faction or the other faction. It's not right wing or left wing. Cinema is cinema. It offers you a perspective into life. Next, Amazon Prime and several OTT platforms have allowed people all over the language to watch any movie at any time, irrespective of the language barrier. Cinema is the only portal that possesses the power to unite people of different states and countries and ignites a vibe of surreal connection. So there are many things that help you mm, there are many streaming platforms that help you have access to different cinema which is of a global quality. So irrespective of language, you can watch a movie in subtitles which belong to your native language. Hence there is no barrier of language. You can watch and understand movies from every place. For a moment, let's focus about uniting the world and be selfish. Let's focus on how it aids an individual to fill in the void spaces of life and erases loneliness. Even if you feel alone amidst a large crowd, cinema doesn't leave you to feel alone in the darkness. So you watch cinema in a dark theater, and it doesn't make you feel alone even though you are in the darkness. It refreshes your memories, makes us forecast the future, might help you move on from a breakup or spark a new love. It heightens your spirits when you're low, and when you're flying high, it humbles you. Another unique aspect of cinema is that you relate to it. So cinema offers so many variety of experiences to you. So it can make you forget things. It can make you move on from events that are not perhaps very happy. It can help you move on from a breakup. So if you're heartbroken, it might help you there. And it can also help you start a new love arc. It heightens your spirit. It can basically serve or act as a force that moralizingly or is a moral support, basically. So it can act as something like that. Um, Another unique aspect of cinema is that it makes you relate to it. And you can also watch yourself. You can also look at the characters on the screen and you can try to relate to those characters. You can find the challenges that the character faces and try to apply those to your very own life and find solutions. You feel entranced while watching Marvel movies. Here's another new word for you. It is entranced. To be transfixed or to be glued to something or hypnotized. So another word you have here, entranced, it means so whenever you look at something very beautiful, you cannot take your eyes off from it. You keep looking at it, you're in a trance. That state is called a state of being entranced. So we've learned so many new words. Now, if you want to take a look at this article, I'll share the link with you on the I'll just share the link with you on this, on the chat. So if you want to read it by yourself, if you want to use it as a medium of learning, then I am going to share it with you and you can take a look at it. Now, I hope you are following. I hope you are writing down the words in your journal because that's going to be very beneficial for you. So we use the word entrance, we use the word aesthetics, intricate, so many new words we learned, and I hope you remember most of them. and you'll be able to use them in your speaking, in your writing, in your reading. Cinema requires every technical department, from writing screenplay, cinematography, editing, and sound design, to work in a coerced manner to offer a wholesome experience. Coerce. Here's another new word for you. The word is coerce. So the word coerce means to make someone do something, but not by force or just manipulating. So it means to make someone do something through force, but not through force. So you ask someone to do something for you, but you offer something in return. You try to manipulate them. That is the meaning of the word coerce. So thank you so much for joining us for this newspaper reading session. I hope you'd be able to benefit from it. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a great day, a great evening. We do these newspaper reading classes, these brief classes every 2 days, and I hope you'll find something of importance here and you join us in these classes to learn from us. Thank you so much for joining. I'll be signing off now. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Shiva. Thank you, Jaspreet. Thank you, Gurpreet. Thank you for joining. Great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.